A landing page is built to basically do one thing. Ultimately, whatever user is coming to that landing page, you want them to convert. Okay, you want them to land on it and you want them to take the action that you want them to take. So if you've been scratching your head wondering if your landing page is like convertible or how to improve the one you have, or literally just start from fresh, you have come to the right place, because we are going to be talking all about that today. I'm going to give you tips and tricks for you to create a landing page that actually converts, and real life examples from some of the favorite brands that I have that I sort of keep tabs on just to see what they're doing and I can get inspiration from. So if you landed on this video today and you've been looking to learn more about Facebook advertising and become an expert in the space, our channel is all about giving you all of the information that you need for the easiest and best way that you can improve your Facebook ads and scale up. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel, and we talk about all things Facebook ads. So first of all, your landing page isn't really just about throwing a bunch of words together and hoping that it converts, right? It's not just explaining it in your own words what your product or service does and hoping that people understand it and that they're going to take the action that you want them to. So although it's not rocket science for you to have a well-converting landing page, it obviously does take some thought and strategy along with it. And I'm going to be showing you what those elements are that you need to have on your landing page to actually get those people to convert or take the action that you want them to. I think it's sort of important first to talk about actually what a landing page is and how it may be different than a single just website. Okay, so a landing page is typically a page built on a subdomain, which is a little bit different just than your typical website. And someone would land on your landing page as a result of clicking on an ad, whether that's, a Google search ad, a Facebook ad, a TikTok ad. They're landing on this page, hence landing page. Your goal is for them to take the action that you want. Typically, this is going to be a purchase. It could be a sign up. It could be submitting a form to become a lead, but this is a landing page where people land on. Usually what will have brought them there is a result of an ad, like I said, and that button that would have brought them there in the first place would have something like, shop now, learn more. So someone is really investing their time to learn more about your product or your service. And a landing page is a little bit different than a website in a couple of ways. For example, a landing page typically has no navigation. So if you see like a menu at the top of your website, about us, home, blah, blah, blah. A landing page typically will not have that, and home pages do. A landing page has traffic that comes typically from ads, whereas a homepage has traffic that comes from many different sources, and that's really like the home of your business. Landing pages are also usually separate from the website that you have. It'll be like a separate subdomain that you're driving traffic to, just to keep that data a little bit different. And usually a landing page has one single goal. So it's really trying to drive you into one direction, take that one action, whereas a homepage might direct you in a few different ways for you to best find the service or the product that fits you. So a landing page will make you buy one specific shirt or one collection of shirts, and your homepage will direct you to buy pants and shirts or shoes, that kind of thing. But now let's actually just get into the elements that you need to have on your landing page to make it convert at a higher rate. And I'm going to be actually diving into some examples of some brands that I like to follow, so you can get some real life examples and not just like some words on a screen. So what I've done is I've saved this swipe file of some ad creatives that I have seen on my own personal newsfeed, and I've saved those companies into this swipe file so I can just refer back to them when I'm looking for some inspiration. So these are some of my favorite companies that are running ads on Facebook or Instagram, and I've just linked to them here. And I've opened up all of their ad libraries, which, if you aren't sure what ad library is, it's just like this platform offered by Facebook where you can go see basically anyone's ads that are currently running ads on Facebook. Now, the first thing you need on your landing page, obviously, is a headline. And that's going to be the front-facing view of what people see once they click from that ad. Your headline should be clear, very clear, and simple. And it should be your value proposition. So think, what do you offer? Who do you offer it for? And what should someone expect when they buy your product or service? Now, you don't have to answer every single one of those questions, like, I offer this service to these people and this is what you like. Don't answer it that way. But I'll show you a few examples here of of very clear and simple headlines that are not too broad, because you don't want something that is too broad, but it also directs you to exactly what you can expect to get from that product. So the first example that I have here is from Curology, which is a skincare brand, and I love their headline over here. Now, it's a little bit different than what you'll typically see, and I love how they threw in some animations into the headline that makes it even more catchy. So you're not only reading it and understanding that it's proven to tackle zits, proven to tackle whiteheads, wrinkles. It's like going through all of them rather than listing them out outside of the box of ways that you can stand out from the rest of the people, or from the rest of the brands currently running ads. But in this headline, I know exactly what their product does. It is proven to tackle blemishes and things that show up on your face that you absolutely do not want there. And then just below, we have the subheading, and they sort of briefly describe a little bit further what it is and who it's for. Custom skincare that works. Just ask the internet. And we'll get a little bit into, the part that they just said, just ask the internet. I love how they put that in there. It really shows some social proof, which is the point we'll go over after. But it really just describes what it is, what we can expect, and who it's for. It's custom, so it can actually be for absolutely anyone. And I love how they put that in there. Now, a second brand that I really like is Olipop. And I love their headlines. Well, first of all, I love their overall just website and their branding. But here, finally, a soda that's actually good for you. They obviously know their audience really well, and they've come up with this product that they know people will, sip on a cola or sip on a ginger ale and think, oh man, like, I love this drink, but it's so unhealthy. So they've come up with a solution that has made drinking pop actually healthy for you, and they say that right in the headline. It's almost like they're speaking their audience's words, like, finally a soda that's actually good for you. I would love to have a soda that's finally good for me, right? And then right below it, they actually describe how it is actually good for you. It'd be nice if they sort of threw in some animations here, sort of like Curology did with, the 2.5 grams of sugar, 9 grams of fiber, 7 delicious flavors. Like, if it went sort of went by, I think that would add even more value to this landing page. But right now we're focusing on the headline. Finally, a soda that's actually good for you. So you'll see this one compared to the Curology one is actually completely different. It doesn't sound the same. It doesn't have the same vibe to it. But each brand knows their audience really well and is speaking their language, and they're showing that right in the headline. It's catchy, tells you what it's about, and what you're expecting from the product. Now, the second element you really want to focus on a landing page. Again, these are people coming from ads. They've already shown some sort of interest. So when they get to your landing page, you want to present to them this beautiful information, not only with words and the headline, but with actual visual representation. So the second tip is to focus on the visual. Olipop is one of my examples here, and you can see that, yes, they probably did get some professional photography taken, but it really shows. So you'll see they just have this demonstration. This is even from it's an image, but it shows sort of what you're going to be getting out of this drink, right? So visually, and they're using beautiful colors. You scroll down here, and it's not just a regular picture of someone. It's actually like a painting of them. And I just love how they throw in so much color, and it's just so visually appealing to the eye. Another landing page I really love, and just brand overall, is Manscaped. I love how they use the crispness of the black in here, and they really focus on the features that come from the product. Like, they added some animations to this, which is a huge bonus, and they're really focusing on the visual. It does have a sort of flashlight on it, and you can see that here. It's waterproof, and you can see they're really calling out just the main points of this, and they're really showing you the visual aspect of it, how it actually works. Because I know Manscaped, their sort of value proposition is that it doesn't nick, it doesn't cut you, and you might be wondering how that happens if you actually read this. And it shows you how those blades actually move, and how it's wirelessly charging. And again, they're just focusing on the visual. So not only are you reading these huge headlines that are bolded, they're calling you out loud, and then there's some explanation below. Their visual game is incredible. A third one that I want to show you guys was Billy. Billy really focuses on the visual as well. So this is a shaver for women. And you'll see that they're just using so much fun, vibrant, almost like Easter colors that are just so happy to look at. And they're really focusing in on that close up just to show you what the product actually is. And you can see those blades. I know that that is a concern when people are buying razors. So Billy knows their audience. They know they have these questions. And so they're showing them really close up what they can expect, and, you know, visual representation of it. They're using a GIF file over here. I would encourage you guys to, if you have either professional pictures taken, amazing, of the actual product, how it's going to be used. If you can take even explainer videos, these can work on a landing page if they're quick, short, and explain right to the point. Otherwise, on a landing page, sometimes what works best is just explaining it with text. As people, typically when they're coming from an ad, they just finish scrolling through, you know, social media, and their attention span when they come onto a landing page may not be as long. So if you are going to put a video on there, make sure that it's really straight to the point and delivers value right away, but really stick to professional pictures showing how the product is used and just being very visually appealing. We got the headline, we got the visual aspect of it, and then we have a clear call to action. So the purpose of your landing page is really to convert people. So you want one action to be taken from this user and one clear expectation from them. And your buttons on your landing page should depict this very, very, very clearly. So a few examples I wanted to show you guys for this was athletic greens right over here. I love how they're using like the big green buttons on their landing page. So unlock offer, unlock offer. They're using the same wording, and when you actually click unlock offer, it will scroll you down to the bottom of the page. So then we do have just regular buy now, or you can subscribe and save, and that is what the offer is. But they're using big buttons, big green buttons, and really it directs them to this subscribe now. I wanted to show you guys an example of a landing page that I do not believe really shows this well at all. So I love the ads. I think the ads are really compelling. However, this is one of their landing pages, and no hate on my reason here. I think it's great. I think it has amazing information, but you let me know if you see any call to action button on this page. I mean, look, the answer is no. There is nowhere on this page that I'm able to purchase this. There's not even an option to. Like, I can't even choose to buy it. So the strategy here may just be, hey, I want you to read about this. I do not want you to see a call to action button. That could be it. But I think that if you are driving traffic to a page after it said shop now, then I think your user should have the option to actually purchase it. And I know that you can buy it because there is an actual cart button up here, and there's an offer, and there's, you know, a code that we can use, but I cannot actually purchase it. So your call to action should be very clear and dispersed throughout the page so that you don't have to actually scroll back to the top of the page to go get it. Let me show you another example. I'll just go back to Billy. You'll see that every single button here is get started. Get started. Get started, right? So it's always the exact same button, text that is going to direct you to that one action we want you to take. So after deciding where all your call to action buttons are going to be, you want to also call out clearly what the features and the benefits are. Mainly focus on benefits and the way that it would make you feel if you got it, or if you use their product or service, but also pointing out some features are really important for especially people like a little bit further down the funnel. If they know what the benefits are, now they might be comparing, you know, one brand to another, and they want to actually know the features. Like, what is the nitty gritty little bits and pieces that makes you better than someone else? I'll just come back to Curology because I think they have a really good way at explaining it. So we have custom solutions for your skin's unique needs. When you're purchasing a skincare product online, it can be really hard to know, like, is this gonna work for my skin? I have sensitive skin, I have dry skin, I have oily skin. And so this really just calls out a huge benefit right from the beginning. Custom solutions for your skin's unique needs. Now, the way that you want to sort of lay out the benefits and features you're going to call out on your website is think about the main questions your customers or your clients would have about your products. So those main questions that they have should be answered very clearly on your landing page. This can either be just in a statement, custom unique solutions for your skin's unique needs. What I wanted to show you guys is Sylvan. They sell pillowcases and bedding that is antibacterial. And what I love about this landing page here, this is a product page that's a little bit different than what we're talking about. Of course, you can have some ads that drive just directly to a product page, which I can make a separate video about that if you guys are interested. So let me know in the comments. And there's some elements that are very similar to what you would need on a landing page. But Sylvan here actually explains what their product is about in the language that someone would be asking the question. So what it is. You know, like, what is it? Like, what is this pillowcase? Why it's special? And they're actually answering these questions. Like, I can buy a pillowcase absolutely anywhere if I wanted to. Any of these products, I could buy anywhere. Walmart or Target or something, whatever it is. But they're really explaining why it's special, so that you understand right from the get-go why it's cooler than the next pillowcase you can buy at Bed Bath & Beyond. I really love structuring benefits and features on a landing page, especially a landing page, by answering some questions. So like, who is this for? How do you do it? Why are you better than than store-bought brand, stuff? And just like posing a question and then answering it right below. That way if someone's reading it, they know exactly what it is that you're talking about without some beating around the bush headline that is kind of catchy and makes you want to read more. So there's sort of two different ways of going about that, and that's something for you to test out. Ask the question and then answer it right below the same way your customers would. I really like doing my landing pages like that. And the final thing that you absolutely need for your landing page, social proof. Now you can have social proof in a few different ways. It can either be, reviews that people are leaving directly on your website or that they've left on social media. It can be from user generated content that you might be putting on your website. It could be from people's before and after pictures. It's really just showing your users that people have successfully used your product and they had a good experience with it. So let me show you a few examples. The first one is from Magic Spoon. This is a cereal brand that makes healthy cereal. They have over 20,000 reviews. Another thing that I love for social proof is Magic Spoon includes some places where they've been featured. We're building some buzz. Then they have a little quote and then what that company was from. Forbes is a huge publishing magazine, so that's amazing to have it there. Delish, and that is some great social proof that they're showing right at the top of the page. Let's go over to Billy. They have lots of reviews, and they're actually showing it. These are people that would have gone actually on their website to leave that review, and it just allows people to really get a feel for what it's like when you actually use the product or service. Okay, another one here is from Curology, and we have real people, real stories. And again, those are before and after, who that person is. You can even check out their Instagram page. I love that they're actually using real pictures from raw, how it was before and then how it is now after. You want your users to relate to other people who have used your brand before. So always choose testimonials or reviews that are most similar to what people are looking for. And you'll see that Curology also has, featured in, and you can toggle between different reviews that they've left. So there's really a lot of different ways that you can present these 5 different elements to have on your landing page. It's never, ever going to be a one size fits all, but these 5 elements that I just named, including your headline, focusing on the visual, a clear call to action that is throughout the page, laying out the features, benefits, and questions that your customers would have, and your social proof are going to be the most important thing that you can have on your landing page to guarantee actual conversions. So aside from looking at your creative or creating your campaign properly, your landing page can be a huge addition to the results that you're getting. So do not overlook it. And in fact, when we're working with our clients, we always make sure that they have a quality landing page before we run any ads. If changes need to be made to that landing page, we are not pressing publish on that campaign before that landing page is ready, because that can make or break your results, right? It's not a one size fits all. It is not one part of your system that will get the results. It really all needs to work together. So let me know if you guys learned anything from this video. I know that a lot of people asked for actual real life examples. I hope this really helped you out, just like show you what some of the best brands on Facebook ads are doing for their landing page and how you can implement the same thing. Again, you can always get inspiration from other brands. Never copy, but always get inspiration and find what you like from someone else and remake it for your own brand. So that's it for today's video. Go create your landing page, go improve your landing page, and see if that gets you better results. And I will see you in next week's video.